Yeah. That's them, desperate again. Huh? I know the truth. You don't need to know the truth. You don't get to see it anyway. You sin. If you're a sinner, you don't get to see the truth. That's how it goes. You won't want to see it. Right? You're going to have another lifetime. You're going to be in a war. You're going to see your kids suffer and all that kind of stuff. Right? That's what you continue in, because you continue to attack good beings, like China did and a lot of countries did. You think that they're going to thrive, or do you think that God allows them to thrive straight into their demise quicker? You know what I mean? As far as I can see, these countries are going straight into their demise quicker. So hilarious! Right, now let's see if we can get some other comments to come up. Can't refresh it here. It's still on. Oh, so hilarious. And when it goes, I was saying, Emma, technology just shuts down. How hilarious is these rich geeks? What would they be with no technology around? They'll go from rich la-di-das, right, and all their apps and shit, to absolutely nothing, right? And they'll have all these treasures that they'll try to use while the shit in their fan, right? But you can just take it, because they can't stop anything. Once shit goes down, once money is worth nothing, everyone can just take it from them. It's up to how smart you are, how good you are with shit. Every man to themselves, just like God wants, right? Every sinner to go throughout their sins in these circumstances that happen over and over again. To repeat. Actually, their curse is a repeat, as far as I'm concerned. Isn't that funny? And I know I've been talking about all this stuff, and then what happens today? They go on, see these police, they go on about they need more time, they need all these things, right? They don't need nothing. They need to sort out their own priorities, and then they might not need so much, right? If they don't sit there wasting time reading things. If someone says, oh, look, I already know all this, give it to me, you should just give it to them, right? You go, all right, I'm meant to read it to you, but if you don't read this right or can't read it later, we can come back onto those words that are on there, right? We usually like to read it because we like to film it, right? If that's true, right, because I'm here to help, right? If that's true, because I try to figure out every area, right? And I go, well, if that's an area, it has to be, right? If that's true, then what they could do is they could read it, right, somewhere else, or read it beforehand. So if someone goes, I've already been through this before, they can just hand it out. That's one easy one, huh? Just off my head. Then they probably won't go with that one, huh? They'll be like, well, what happens if I read it and then they don't bloody take it in, huh? Because they want it on camera, that they make sure that you've heard it, right? But I've heard it all before. You got that on camera. Know that song? Heard it all before. How was that breadcrumb? What do you reckon? Have you heard me talking about just give these people fucking breadcrumbs when it comes to ideas? I'm going to get worse and worse with them. In fact, that's what you got to do to get rid of bullies. Give them fucking nothing. And see you later. Why would I help such people? You should go back in my clips. You'll see me saying that. Huh? But then you hear all these people that I've talked about, that I've studied, that likes to will you back in with certain things. It's been interested in that area, isn't it? But anyway, why would I help such bullies? That's crazy. I'm about to go out and do a report, because why would I help such bullies at another police station? You know what I mean? See you later.